Hello, this is a first try for me to make a long video of building my new 9K spider for the Uranium Wars. I already got a design around 9K from an old Uranium Wars, but I think I need to update it and probably improve it for a new meta. I think the meta will be less revolved around the dogs, so let's begin with it. I will keep the old design if I want to take a peek. First of all, I usually do this
You take such care of this
to
vehicle.
get a
I
good
respect
position
that.
for my Humpback cabin. Humpback like this. This way the rockets will be in line with the center. After that, the next step is to add the weapons themselves. I usually do something like this to make it simpler. My Pyralids are not ideal fused, but they're good enough for what they will be used for. So if I put the middle Pyralid on that height, the bottom Pyralid out of the three can fit above the frame. This would be ideal for ease of use, but to get an easier design on the frame, but it will mean that the top Pyralid will be on the same height as the cabin, and on top of that, the usual armor is either like this, in this height, so it can be hit from an angle, from a slight high ground, and like this, with the Founder's armor. So I will place my Pyralids on slightly lower level like this. So the second one will be here. I don't need to worry about their mounting points at the moment. I will figure that out later. Like this, and this the cabin here locks the gun. It's really useful to lock the gun here. And bottom Pyralid. Wait. I want to put the durability fused one on the top. Want this one, but then it's here. So this is the gun placement. We don't need to worry about the mounting points at the moment. This will be later in the design. The next step is to start building, first placing the modules, and then placing the legs in their positions. Okay, we need a Colossus engine. I got mine mass fused and power fused. And reload module of flywheel to waste all of our 22 energy. And we don't need anything else in terms of modules. I like to place my engine here, so I will place it a little later for extra gun protection. And we will figure out the flywheel placement later. Also the ammo. I sometimes put a big ammo box near the guns, well protected, but sometimes decide to put underslank and armor pieces, smaller ammo packs that fall off. We will see later in the design. So now we want to place the legs. I will use a 6-legged setup. It's my favorite. We place some temporary frames, completely temporary. and start placing our legs. I like to place the first leg here, because if I try to place it one pin behind, it is blocked. The males have 2 pins of freedom here for space to stick next to the cab, so I like it here. The next leg I usually place it like this, so there is a 3-pin space between, so I can put a slightly thicker frame here. But yes, I guess I will just leave it like that for now. Next frame. We couldn't do this in the past, we had to do this. We have it like it here. Or we would need to use a thinner frame, like that, to put it in the same width.
Just once.
But now, thankfully, we can use it like this and have the edge of the leg darts, since the rework and the mounting pins and the MLs. I like it like that. Next, I usually put an 8-pin spacing for the next leg, or 5-pin spacing like this. We will try to start with a smaller approach, because this will be a slightly smaller spider. I like it to align it like that, here. After that we need 5 or 6 pins spacing, so this will be the 5. And this will be the 6. For the next leg. Both can allow you... Wait. Both can allow you this spacing between the legs, which I like a lot. But the 5 might be too close to the guns. It might not allow good armoring, so I usually go with the 6. 4 doesn't work at all, and 7 is too much. So I will use the 6 depth. After that, we usually use a 6x4 L-shaped piece to put the last leg, but in this case, as you can see, it doesn't work for me that well. We might need to do a temporary thing like this. And this still not ideal, so I will use for now the 5x3. Like that. I like to put my last leg here or here. And since this will be the weak spot leg, I will put the resistance fused leg here, because it's the more likely to take damage and cripple the build if it falls off. This one is not such a big deal because the rear leg is better protected. So this is the leg layout for now. I will use one of these here. I can put it, I can. To do something like that, and eventually put this that I wanted to put here earlier. Now, I want to put a big piece that attaches this leg and this frame for the front leg all the way to the main frame layout here. So the gun blocks. For this reason, we need to move the rear legs one pin further behind. And this will allow this frame is still temporary. Allow this. Now, two by 4 should be good enough for here. Let's put a 6 here. 5 by 3 here. No. Let's see. non-ideal. We'll see what we'll do about it later. 5x3 here. I like the 5x3. Actually, we might be able to do... Yes, we can do this. 5x3 here. Not stunkier frame. Like 113. Well, this 6x2 is 90. Not mad tankier, but it's a little tankier. And we need a connection for the rear leg. It doesn't depend on the front ones. We cannot reach it like this.
Lunatics say you should spit on every part you place. Thoughts?
Hmm. 8x4 like that. 5x3 like that. This might be more redundant design. I might go with this. It still doesn't allow us to put this here. This might be better for this. I think I can leave it like this for now. Maybe make this a 7. Yes, 7. Leave it like this for now and make this an 8. Okay. And I like to put a 6 here, support the armor and to protect the rear frame a little better. By the time this falls off, this L-shaped frame, it's ideal that the leg would already have fallen off. We don't want to lose the leg because of the frame. Same applies to all the legs. We don't want to lose this leg. We want to lose this leg before we lose this frame. The guns are blocked here. Guns blocked still. Still. Only here works. Let me see the old design for a moment. And the old design, where is the... Hell, I got it in the back. Got a bigger one. But has it on the side. It has one pin spacing between the guns and the engine, so I couldn't make it fit next to the guns without blocking them. I might go with a similar design here, might put it above the frame like this. Yep. Would need a 2x4x1, something like this, temporary. 6 by 4. Guns are not blocked. Guns are not blocked. Top gun is blocked, so we need it here, right here. It's the perfect spot. And the engine will fit there or there. Might actually make it there. Like that. Yes, looks better. Lower profile. We will still put armor on top. Now the most critical point is the mounting points for the weapons. We don't want to lose the weapons too fast. If I mounted them on the more ideal position, with the guns being a little higher, I usually use these APC bumpers. Like that. The top gun there. But now it's not possible. So, we will have to do it. Let's see. Like that,
What
maybe.
a pretty part.
This is actually good here. It cannot support our engine. We might move our engine a little further back, so it is supported. Like that. Yeah. The Colossus doesn't have connection pins on these sides. It has only the 4 in the middle. So, right now ideally we need one more mounting point for this gun. Might leave it as is. Maybe here. Put the reload module behind. As additional armor. To protect the pass-through part that supports the gun. Bottom gun has 2 supports. This gun is the last one, it's right on the frames. I usually like to do something like this. It's the lowest profile solution and connect it to the frame with multiple connections. But we'll figure it out a little later when we make the undercarriage armor. Now we still need a temporary mounting. Temporary. To see our firing angles to the left. Ooh, not good. I think they shouldn't be blocked. Maybe one to the back. Yeah, that was a problem. That's how it possibly is in the other bigger spider. One pin behind the gun, the top gun. Let me see. Yeah, that's how it is exactly. One pin behind the top gun. So here we fire, the leg is not a problem. And we have space for the armor. And we have a compact leg layout. I like it, compact. Could move this leg further to the left. Like that. Still it's temporary. Now we want power score efficient parts as the armor. And We want them not to block the firing angles of the guns. First of all, I'll build it here. As a temporary solution, we can use this just to test how far to the right we can move it without blocking. Or to the front. Wait. This might be the limit. Let's see if this blocks them. Yes, it blocks them. So the previous one was the limit. Here. Bottom to top, not blocked. And we have pretty good space here to put something that I really like in this power coefficient. It's the plow blade, and it can connect to this frame or be mounted. We need a 4x1 frame here, like that. It's even better like that, so I will keep it there. Oh, wrong. 3x1 was the correct number. Here, if we had a 3x2, we could put the 3x2, but we don't have a 3x2 frame at the moment. This is to ensure the guns do not... no explosives get near the guns. They will be stopped here even if they pass through the armor. Unless they get a very lucky shot and put it in there. But you cannot avoid that. After that, I like one of these new heavy bumpers here. Not like that. Like that. Exactly. Now it's time to form the exterior armor. It's always the same for me. It's like this, like this, like this. Might actually sometimes move them, like for a different gun setup I might put it like that, but at the moment this is the most optimal. We have some spacing at the back, maybe put one more layer of armor here. Let's see. This spacing seems enough, 3 pins. We won't extend it all the way there. Might put one of these, or later one of these. Where is it? Like that there. We will see. Mm-hmm. 6x 2x2. One of these here. By 3. Slightly better. It shouldn't block based on our previous test. Okay. Now the question is, can we put one of these or one of these here? if it doesn't block. It does block. Like that maybe? No, like that it doesn't block somehow. Although it seems that like both these and these have an edge here, this doesn't block while this does. And this is the optimal. So of course we will pick it. And in this small space, nah, it's not worth to put a frame. Not worth it. We cannot fit one of these unless we make up there. Seems pretty edgy. I don't think I can move it any further forward without blocking the guns, but let's test it. Always test it to the limit, because you see, now it's still not blocking, so we can put it there. It's better than the previous. So, let's not use the same too many times. I like to use them equally. We can put this here to support the previous piece. And the leg doesn't allow us to put a 6 pin tall here. The leg is blocking these exact 2 pins here. No, just that one pin. It blocks that one pin, so we cannot place a 6 pin tall piece there. We will place 4x4 by 2. Still not ideal because it doesn't touch both pieces. Maybe the 3x2. Better. Much better. I like it. Good connectivity for now. Got the right and 2 lefts, so let's try to put one more. Now we need the left here. No, it doesn't fit. No. Let's take the right. Left again. The left fits, the right doesn't fit because we need this part here. It's 3 pins from the leg, we need the space on this side. The right one is the same space on the opposite side. And we cannot rotate it in any way to fit, not even this fits. Oh, no, it doesn't fit. Okay, we leave it like that. Here we still need the left. Nope. Not even the left fits. This will fit. Okay, but not ideal. 8x2 is what I wanted. This one, I'm pretty sure this fits. No? It's blocked by the cab. We need the other one, we need this one. But this will not provide good connectivity, so... Nope. Yes, this fits, but it doesn't provide the connectivity we want. We want it mounted mounting points on this side too. Cannot work with that. Hmm. Non-ideal. Maybe leave it for now and we will figure it out later on this side. So this is better like that, so we have more connection points here. And one more of these. But yes, like that. It's the best way. This might be the best we can do here. It connects the frame with the side armor, which is ideal. But it's not the most power score efficient piece. We still have 1800 power score to spare. Can even put bumper armor in this. Got a lot of space here. So I think I will go ahead and put one heavy ammo box instead of having decentralized ammo.
The best crates in the wastes, as long as they
It's the
don't
durability
explode, of
fused
course.
one. I don't put the mass fused one because the mass is not a big deal for now. We might change it if we see that we are mass limited. We might change our armor and use more efficient than the APC if we are mass limited and not power score limited. I'm just expecting power score limitation to kick in before the mass. This was temporary here. Can we mount one of these? One of these. Yes, one of these fits well behind the leg. It is too long though. So 3x1x2. We don't have. How much is this? 4 HP. This is 4 HP too. I like this one more. I'll use this. It's a little smaller too. And come on, leg, you're blocking me. Here you go. Okay. Now we do the same for here, like that. You can also put a 3x1x4. Not ideal. One of these then. Where is it? These. And it shouldn't block the gun. It's not blocking the gun. And here we got unplit space for one of these, and we got good connectivity for our bottom gun. We need to lose both of these to disconnect these, and as previously, I will still use one bumper. This is very durability dense and really thin, so that's why I like it. But it's not quite reaching here. Now it's reaching, and we will use one more of this. Perfect. So we need to drop this, and this for the bottom gun to go. And they're all next to legs, and legs are pretty tanky. Okay. We got 22.5 tons and we're using 17 tons. We got a lot of mass limit to spare. I like this. Here on the front it should fit. It does fit. It's an extra heart piece. And it only connects with the top one, which is not good. We want it to connect with frame, ideally. One by 4 just. 1 by 4. No, 1 by 3. No. So 8. Here it still supports this. And 3. Here. So it's frame connected. That's good. Even if it's a weak frame, it's behind the bumper, it's meant to support. And because we don't want these to be supported by a more exposed frame, we will still waste some more of our part limit. We have 28 pieces to go. Might be a problem. We need to do one of these here. I like it like this. I know. It's a 6. Might actually use armor. It's good enough support. This one. But I want it. Nice.
Oh, that part fit just like in the manual. No idea who wrote it though.
This doesn't block the bottom gun. Shouldn't block. No, it blocks the bottom gun. Perfect. Let's use a 4x4x1. One of these. Let's see if it locks here. Doesn't block. As you can see, the guns still rotate further to the right than we want them. We will need to lock them, but that's usually the last thing I do. We need the 2 armor pieces in the worst case scenario, that I don't find a smarter way to lock them. 2 armor pieces to lock the 2 guns, and we have 26 to go. And we need to start wasting our part limit. Might start putting some heavier bumpers, but I first of all like one of these here. Can support my anti-dog weights, so the dogs do not get underneath. Here might be the perfect location for it. Obviously will not block the guns after they're locked. See one of these here. Here. Because I'm afraid of the lasers, like everyone is talking about the lasers. I will use this. Let me show why. First of all, drop 2 guns and go place a laser. Laser here. No. Drop these 2. As you can see, we hit up the cup and do yellow damage here. But wait for it to cool down. If we sit here, we are only damaging the pass-through part, and you can see it survives for way too long because it takes just 10% of the damage, and the cabin is not heated. This is completely broken against lasers. Really good lightweight armor, and it's a good support to put something in the front. Now this. Durability 8. Our last large APC might go here. I'm not sure. Oh. First of all, need to revert the changes I made. Might put something else later, but let's put it there for now. No. We want this here. It's more critical. There. It's probably the best place for it. We need to use our expensive pieces now to armor the guns from the side. Maybe here. And here. This doesn't cause us to lose the bottom gun, so I'm not that worried about this one. I'm more worried about this one, but it's better hidden. Okay. This one. No. Let's figure that out later. Let's look at the other one. Can we fit it somewhere? I can put it here. It's still better protection, better support. It's 49 HP compared to the 40 of these, the effective. And it has high resistance on the top. Still works as a connection. Alright. 1 by 8 by, let's try these. Not perfect. Better. I think I will keep it like that. I shot from here and it's go bum 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 bum. Hit the ammo box. Or bum bum bum. I don't know if I could put it somewhere here. I don't like it to be in the blown off armor. I like it to be more of a weapon protector. Let's look under these. We can work it in there. No? That's blocking it. It shouldn't be blocked. 2, 3, 4. No, it's blocked. There is not enough length. It's 5. Could be useful enough there. If a shot goes down there, so it doesn't shoot the supports of the bottom gun. A little better protection than the previous one. But we displaced this one to the right. It's still connected with these, so it's better supported. It's even better like that. I like it. Might be able to put these instead. 2 pins spacing. None of these is ideal for there, so we'll not use them. These are the most broken pieces with the highest durability per power score by far, but we don't have a lot of part limit left, but we're out of power score anyway, so we might put them on this build, even though they're kinda small. First one obviously will go there, that's what I was looking for. There. There. Oh, we could fit one of the bigger ones here. Oh, this moves, so no. Nice. There. Doesn't fit. None of these fits. This is even better. That doesn't fit. Alright, even better. We're out of power score and part limit, and the HP is not enough. We still didn't equip Grizzly. It's not what I was going for. So we might drop the big dumpers. We might drop them. Some of the big dumpers. I wasn't expecting the durability to go down this fast. Yeah, the mass limit available. Sorry.
Whenever I watch you build, my database keeps suggesting articles on Lego and Soviet construction sets.
We can use slightly more efficient armor pieces. The APC is too heavy. That's what we ended up with after this time building. This works as a good connector, but not as ideal armor. We would need taller coverage ideally, so we can search for 3x3 by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. Yeah, not exactly much better. It's the same. This is probably the best for here. Still, yeah, it still touches the engine. And we can put the brawler piece here. No. Doesn't touch the engine. Not good. This could be a good additional protection for the engine from the side. Might leave it there. Move this down. Have them like that. Even if they drop the top armor, the guns are still protected. And we will have at least one additional top layer. Maybe one of these. Like here. I'm trying to add additional connections to the frames that they don't fit here, unfortunately. I'd prefer them a little higher, because they usually sit on top of the cab. Could have one of these there. It has laser protection. Still, we didn't fix the underslung problem. The dogs will get underneath. We need some bumpers for that. Ideally some strong bumpers that do not cost a lot of power score. Nope. Yeah, good work. No. This should be locking the gun, but it's not locking it well. No. Oop. Yeah, it properly locks the gun now, I think. But the cabin doesn't fit. Perfect. Oh. Yep. Now it fits. The top gun, the bottom gun and the middle gun are locked. Only the top gun remains unlocked. We have 5 pieces to put on. 5 critical pieces. I would like one more of these on the right side frame. Here. I don't know if it will be wedge proof. Might not. But I could test it to see if it works or not in a mats. Yeah, more like that. More like that. It's on the frame and the rear bumper. 4800 HP. I feel good enough with that. Something like that at least. Front. Something lightweight to absorb initial hits. Like a cannon shot. It will reduce the blast damage by 15%. I would like some pass-through on the side too. But sadly we don't have a lot of power score to work with. Might just put this here. I like to do that above the leg. This piece has good durability to mass. I could remove the bumper here and put one of these. I do it sometimes. But we need a bigger 3x3. Nope. I was wrong. Need a 4x2. No. I'm pretty sure this would fit here. No, I'm wrong. Never mind. Not worth it, I think. Frontal section.
By the way, are you certified? Oh, me neither.
I waste a lot of time now because I'm trying to figure out what the last pieces will be. I'm still not happy with the wedge on the front. But we're wasting a lot of power score and mass limit. We wasted a lot of mass limit on the APC parts. Maybe I could use something lighter. Like the bass parts. They don't have a lot of durability per volume, but they got decent bullet resistance. 10% is the same as the APC, so it will net reduce that amount from any bullet. I could put these. It still touches the cab, so it doesn't matter in terms of connectivity. I could actually put these here too. And place one of these on the back. Yeah, I think I might prefer that. But no. We can connect it there. This piece doesn't have connections on the side, so it wouldn't matter much. Five piece here. 5 by 2 by 3. No. 6 by 2 by 3. But we need it to do something like that. No, still doesn't fit. Never mind, let's leave it as it was. Might put one of these there. Connect the frame to the top part. And we're done with the mass limit, but we didn't waste all of our... we're done with the part limit, but we didn't waste all of the power score and mass limit. So we need to remove some of the smaller pieces. And put bigger ones that waste more. And where do we start? These cannot be changed. Is my whole bag? No, it's touching the cab. This works as a decent enough connector and adds armor, durability. This is good. This here. I can feed a 2x 1x3. Maybe one of these, like that. Still wastes a lot of the available part limit for these two pieces. I might drop them actually. I might drop all these. I'd put 4x 1. One of these might not be long enough. Yeah, it is not long enough. 7x3. Oof, barely not long enough. One pin. We needed one pin less. But these do not have the slide at the end. Nope. Oops. Connection problem. I hope I don't lose my progress in what I was building. An angled piece.
So, you want to engage in close combat with vehicles that can incinerate each other from a mile away?
Yeah, one of these got the right side bumper. The right side. Not blocking. And blocking, so it needs to be here. Does it block the middle gun? No, it doesn't block the middle gun, so it's perfect here. We saved 5 part limit doing that, but we still have power score to spare, so I will indeed drop the armor for lighter for these. One by. If this works, no, it doesn't work. I will just put one of these here. Oh, This doesn't work either. Never mind. Cannot fit it in there to touch the frame. Here. We got 2 by 1 by 5. 6. 6 could be good. 20 for 1 part limit. Nope. This doesn't touch the frame and doesn't have good connectivity, that's why I don't want to put this one there. Oh, and it blocks the leg. $27, this might be the best one to put there. Let's see. We need to spam more of these somewhere. I need to find space for them. Yep. Good enough. I'd say good enough again. I will move, cannot move it up. Never mind, leave it like that. Oh, we're overweight. Nice, we reached the weight limit. We should be able to drop one of the big ones. No, we have 5 and they're at the outside. I don't want to remove the outside walls. We can nerf some of the bumpers. Nope. Never mind, we're doing it. This should be sufficient. For the side, it's behind the cab. This is the most protected side. Usually you expose either the cab or this side while you fight. At least I do, the way I play. We almost have enough power skirt to put one more of these. And it would be good. It would be really good to have one more. Let's see. Lightweight 3 by 5. Make it 4 by. We don't have a 4 by 3 yet. 4 by 2. No, we can't put a 5 there. No. No, never mind. I want it there. So this is not even needed. I can spam more of this. And there. Don't remember if we used all of these. Yes, we did. No. This have 30 to laser. MS to these have 50. They're even better. So if I could put one of these there, it would be ideal. Where is the second one? Yeah, the second one is down there. We can move it. We can move it. Here. No. Here, even better. And we have 2-part limit. The top gun is still not locked. We need to lock the top gun now. And we will do it the non-ideal way. I didn't want to make it this way. I wanted to have a better way to do it. But this is the safest way to do it if it isn't already locked by the armor itself. Nope, this doesn't work. It want one of these. this should work. No? It still doesn't work. Like this. Yeah, this worked. Nice. So now we should be able to fire all of the guns. Bottom one. Bottom one is not locked. Problems. Move the cab. This is why it's not locked. There is one pin space there. So I could fit one of these. Why doesn't it go back? Oh, the bottom one is even lower. Oh no. Move these there. We have to do this. Do it this way, sadly. No? Two by 2x4. Come on, block it. Why is it so hard to lock the gun properly? Does this do it? No, still. It's taller, that's why. I'm stupid. So, the cabin had 2 pins left here. Could I do that? Like this? Should be possible. The cabin should allow it, even like that. The cabin should allow it. Yes, it does. Perfect. Now they should be locked. No? Still having problems, but it is locked, but this bumper is more than... it's wider than it looks. The hitbox is getting off this layer. Need slight adjustment in this bumper here, and it should be okay now. Yes, go. The guns are not touching the build. We got 100 power score to waste and 2 part limit and 500, almost 500 mass. The way I like to do it is to look for the mass. Like this is 300, 2 of these are too heavy. The part limit doesn't matter. 100 too heavy. We want to stay closer to the 250. 2 of these are okay. We could go slightly heavier than these, but I think something like these pieces will be good enough for now. And they add, if I use the scavenger, I'm getting really close to the 9000 power score limit, and at the same time I'm using most of my mass limit, which is good. It means I can afford to technically use something of similar mass, but APC.
Still not enough post-apocalyptic games where the hero has a car. Unbelievable.
Yes, we can. I don't want it to put it on top of the previous one. I like them to be interconnected. I want a mirror image. This one there. Cannot fit it. 269 for similar mass limit. Hey, for similar mass. One of these, does it fit here? Technically it does, but I don't like it. Maybe we could move something else slightly. All around protection seems decent for the guns. Most of the explosives will hit the exterior armor, it will not go in between. It's really hard to fit an explosive projectile. Usually they're thicker than one pin, so they will either hit the legs or the top armor. That's why I like having this spacing. Can we fit one more of these there? Nope. 3 by 1 by like this. Yes, this fits. And I like the look. But we're not using all the power score and mass limit. We need to change other pieces now. This is too heavy. Obviously. It's 200 too heavy. So we cannot change that. Maybe we can change these. Oh, we could change that. And we are left with... We are missing something here. I removed it and I forgot to put something else in its place. We might need to compromise here, guys, and like put it like that and have one more here. It needs to be 4 wide, but I want to see how much power score do we have left. 60, 55. These big ones are 51. It's pretty close, but they will be too heavy. That's the problem with these. Yeah, too heavy, slightly too heavy. We need an 8x4, but cheaper in mass. And there is not a single one that is much better. The scavengers are slightly lower mass, but like doesn't make a difference. The difference that we need. Nope. We would need one more of these, but we don't have it. It's non-available. 4x7. Do we have one of these? I could put one of these in here if it fits. Yeah, it does. That's good. The opposite one? Nope. This one. Yeah, this is... I like how it looks. And it has the 30% energy weapon resistance on the front. So we now have 32 left for here. What can we do with 32 power score? Weight height 32, and we have a lot of mass to spare. By power score 32. Nope. 32. 4 wide. This is probably the ideal, but I would like it a little longer. We're not using all the mass limit. That's the only problem I have now. I want to use all the mass limit.
Say you should spit on every part you place. Thoughts?
This is for the gun. Is it only supported in this now? Yes, it is. It's probably better like that, so it connects here too. If it falls off, we still have this piece and this piece holding the gun. Yeah, I don't like the connectivity with just this piece. I don't think it's strong enough. Uh, 28. What can we get with 28? 26 we got this. Where is it? Here? But it doesn't fit. Barely, but it doesn't fit. Let's leave it as it was. $51.51. I can just place an APC here. Yeah, we're closer to the mass limit now. Better. I think it's good enough. I feel I already have the ammo box. Sometimes I forget to put an ammo box, but I think it's close enough. It doesn't have a radio or a radar. The Humpback has a built-in radar, the way I have it fused. But I didn't put any additional radar or radio because this is a brawler build. It's meant to be on the front, take the hits from the enemy team, probably die early, and like survive long enough so the teammates can take advantage. And unlike the previous one, over right here, the previous one is this one. This one wasn't optimized for lasers. This is optimized for dogs. There is better wedge protection on the bottom. It's slightly over power score because they've changed some pieces since then. They changed the pass-through, 50% pass-through pieces. I used a lot of them in this, so this slightly lost some durability too. I prefer not have maximum durability of my cab if I can tank a few laser hits with these. I much rather prefer these to tank the lasers for like 2 or 3 salves, slightly tank them so my cabin doesn't hit up completely, instead of just maximizing the HP and getting 6000. So I think this is a safe final design for me. Maybe this part here can be slightly optimized, it might not be optimal, but I'm happy with this bumper and the engine protecting the guns even if most of the armor falls off on the left side. And of course the ammo box is perfectly protected there. We don't have a generator. The only weak spots are these pieces that hold the bottom gun. I hope they don't fall off. And the other pieces that hold the other 2 parts. Of course, if I face a Morta at 9k, he might strip me fast, but yeah, it's a very specialized counter to a not so popular build, I guess. Not many people run such heavy spiders. So, I need to do the paint job now. And I will do it the way I like. I usually use a plain color for the top. I usually use green for my singans. I will use the foxtail. I like the foxtail. And let's put ceramic on the legs. And the guns. And maybe, no, No, let's don't put it on the bumper. I think it's good enough like this. I like it. I save it. And I will put it on my exhibition. I need to delete something, obviously, to put it here. I don't want to delete some of my older builds. I might delete an old spider for the Uranium Wars. I will delete this one. This is the Aurora laser one. That was meant. I made these when the whirls were the meta, 3 top mounted whirls, and it was really strong because it has decent speed to tank a whirl break or 2 in front of you, and with 3 auroras you could shoot off the whirls pretty fast. And hopefully they couldn't push you. The leg layout is the outdated old one that I was using all the time back then. But yeah, sadly this build is getting deleted. Bam. And publicity exhibition, we will call it. Let's see. Humpback Pyralid 9k Uranium Wars. I will call it like that. We will put the essentials: mechanical legs as tags. Mechanical legs, rocket launchers, and I would put PvP because it's meant for PvP, but I like putting the durable one because it's meant to be a tank after all. It's high damage, but it's still a tank. And pebbles. Okay. If we go to the general search and we put Humpback Pyralid and ML200. ML, it's 2 words, ML200. Yes, there are not a lot of builds, and they're trending at least. And two of them are 12k, one is 8k. Yes, I don't want to comment on this one. It has more guns than mine, but I don't think the guns matter that much. I think this is a more optimal design, and I would be happy to see other people trying to use this. And I didn't try to create weak spots on this one on purpose to make it weak. If somebody reposts this, they might cause problems with the frames and other stuff. I tried to make it decent enough. If somebody thinks it's not the best one, it's still the best one I could make in this 1.5 hours that I've been building it. So this is it from the ground up. Pyralid build for 9k Uranium Wars.